All right, here we go. Week 10. This week started out really good, got kind of weird in the middle, then ended up on a high note. Day one squats. I decided to use a safety squat bar with the long extended arms because I kind of wanted to take upper body out of it a little bit and just be all lower body for the speed work. Doubled over monster minis, probably somewhere in between 60 and 80 pounds tension on each side. And I decided to use a high box this week because it kind of forces me to open up my feet a little bit more and just kind of touch the box and explode off of it. Not really anything major on this week, but I ended up doing 10 sets of three instead of my normal 8 sets of three because it took me a little bit of time to figure out how to set up the bands and everything and how I wanted to just lift for the day. Moved over to stiff legs. I did 3 sets of five and then moved over to the wheels and did 3 sets of three. Overall, really good day. Didn't tax myself, but got a lot of solid work in. And there's me passing out per normal because I never know where to put my air inside of my body. Finished off the day with leg press, a couple sets of 15 just for some blood flow. Moving on to front squats. Front squats are moving nicely. I think I say that every week right now. These are becoming a staple. They are, to me, proving why my squat and my deadlift are getting better and better and better. So pushed it a little bit further this week. I moved up to 355. I did 2 sets of three. Um, Technique wise, I cannot complain. Hitting really, really good depth. My foot placement is perfect. It's funny is I can't walk out a back squat, but I could walk out a front squat. I think my best is 515 walked out front squat from I don't know 10 years ago, but it's just funny to me. I can't walk out a back squat, but I can a front squat. Anywho, the accessories you guys see here, calf raises. Calf raises, I think, are really paying off for knee health. My knees for squats no longer bother me at all. And one of my training partners, I believe I've said before, said, you want to have strong knees, you got to do calf raises. So that's been a staple every week. All right, day three, speed bench work. The reason I'm kind of showing this one with no weight on it, just a band tension, because you can kind of see how herky jerky those bands are doubled over there for the bench press. And you don't need a ton of weight. And I kind of caught myself bullshitting here a little bit. Ended up having my partner Dom here start giving me press commands because I was just really kind of going through the motions and kind of called myself on it. So, you know, I forced one of my training partners to sit there and watch my belly jiggle just so I can make sure I get the work the right way, the way that I want to do it. Because when I'm training by myself, we all kind of bullshit some shit. And feet up work, kind of brought these back in just for added volume and to kind of build up some more stability with my bench because the feet up like that, there is nothing but your back on the bench and you're kind of forced to really stabilize. And I think moving forward into the heavier weights, into the 400s, I'm going to need to keep working those to work the stabilizers. And then my board work for my triceps and all my little accessories here.
All right, so I came into this training day on deadlifts a little bit shittier than normal. My lower back was actually really tight from benching the day before, and all day long I was just losing confidence as the time was getting closer to training, and it really ultimately showed in the first set here at 594. Moved really slow off the floor. My positioning was kind of off, so I figured I would just stay here at 594 and do 3, 4 sets of singles. And then when I missed the third one right there, it was pretty shitty. So I ended up throwing on a different belt to kind of be a little bit looser. And it moved better. So I figured, you know what, screw it. Let's take a run at 627. And I got out on my toes. I was like, all right, I'll come back. And nothing. just nothing in the tank. So I went and looked at my notes. I was like, wow, I haven't got a lot of work in. So I did a couple drop down sets here. One is at 484, and I think the next one was at 374. And then I went through the wheels on 404, moved okay. I was like, all right, maybe I'll move back up, get to the six, get that heavy work in, and do the third red on each side, and nothing.
All right, well, back to day 5. Incline press. Inclines feel really good. Not really seeing these transfer over into my bench yet. I haven't done them consistently enough, but I think a couple more months I'll really see my bench reach new levels because of incline pressing. So I'm going to keep those in, and the shoulder savers definitely uh, creating a lot less pain for me in my shoulder area. And of course, my staple overheads. I didn't do these last week, which kind of sucked. I needed to kind of deload a little bit. But all in all, I felt pretty good doing them this week. Didn't go super heavy with them, but I wanted to make sure I got some volume. So I did a lot of sets of 5. I think a total 6 sets, which is pretty good. Then I used can't remember the name of this bar, but it's got like a bend in it, so I could try to get the bar around my belly and get my elbows as far back as possible for these I don't know, weird type of pen lay row. But really pulling my lats down and ripping them through has made my back really sore, which is kind of what we want when you're doing a row. Really trying to concentrate on it and not put the weight in my biceps and just use all back. And these will carry over to the bench nicely. All my accessories, a lot of bicep work, shoulder work. Biceps are really weak. They always have been, but you can't bench a ton of weight if you got weak buys. So it's always something I got to keep working on. All in all, week 10, good to go.